videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women. How many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 male.
So, Diddy's wild parties have always been the ultimate Hollywood mystery. Luxury, secrets, and drama all wrapped into one. But now, whispers of some explosive footage are making rounds, and word is the biggest names in the game are scrambling to make sure it never sees the light of day. But once you hear what's been going down behind closed doors, you'll never look at these stars the same way again. So the recent developments in the Diddy case have taken an unexpected turn. The lawyer Ariel Mitchell, who has always been a controversial figure, is back at it again. We heard of her a few months back when she said that there are celeb tapes being auctioned off in Hollywood circles.
You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
the shopping thing is
yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before, so like a catch and kill.
Catch and kill, correct.
Wow, can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on
No, I
tape.
can't explain who the person was, but Mr.
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really? Really?
Fast forward to the present, Ariel is now outside the courthouse, tied to a new witness who recently testified before a grand jury. We're talking about Courtney Burgess. Courtney claims to have multiple freak-off tapes along with Kim Porter's diary. During an interview, Courtney said that these tapes got some intimate footage and 8 celebrities appear on the tape, with 6 of them being men and only 2 women. Out of these 8 people, 2 or 3 were minors and all appeared drunk, high, or both. Courtney also suggested that all 8 were victims of rather than active participants. But no matter what these 2 are claiming, whether or not these tapes are real or fake is still up for debate. You know how AI is these days. Not to mention, Ariel previously said that she only viewed these tapes via FaceTime, and that raised some eyebrows. But it wasn't the only thing that sparked some doubt. After testifying in front of a grand jury, they went on a mini media tour, showing up on shows like TMZ and Banfield, spilling details for everyone to hear. Isn't that a bit weird? Usually, if someone is part of a serious legal case, they stay quiet to keep their credibility intact. But this? It's got people raising eyebrows, wondering if there's more to the story. Are they really after justice, or is there another agenda at play? Ariel Mitchell's role in all this just adds to the drama. Her past antics, like allegedly trying to hustle tapes to celebrities so they wouldn't go public, aren't doing her any favors. People are questioning her professionalism and whether she's in this for the right reasons. Now, with her name all over this new situation, some think she's just trying to grab headlines or twist the narrative in her favor. There's also some shady stuff in the witnesses' story. They've been inconsistent, first saying they had the tapes, then walking it back and claiming they only saw them. And their connection to Diddy, that's been all over the place too.
Just by how shocked you were by these turns of events. Have you spoken to him this week?
I haven't this week, although
Diddy's past lawyer, Mark Garagos, hasn't wasted any time ripping these allegations apart. He's calling out the contradictions and making it clear Diddy and his legal team won't back down, but that's only the beginning. Many believe more and more tapes will start coming out, and with more tapes means more names and more celebrities being exposed for their involvement in all the dirty things that Diddy has done through the years. Now, even though we can't really say exactly who might be the one getting exposed, there's definitely a list with some names of folks who were quite tight with Diddy. Remember, freak-offs were a big thing, and if you were ever in Hollywood, you wanted to be there. And the first names that come to your mind when you think of Diddy and his pals is Jay-Z, and right next to him is his wife, Beyonce. First, let's break down the connections between Diddy, Jay-Z, and Beyonce, and how they might tie into the ongoing allegations swirling around Diddy. These 3 have a history that goes way back, with their professional and personal lives intertwined for decades in the music industry. It's no surprise that their names are being tossed around as this scandal unfolds. But here's the deal. Jay-Z and Beyonce haven't said a word about the allegations against Diddy, not a single public statement. That silence has sparked a ton of speculation. People are wondering how much they knew about what Diddy was allegedly up to and whether they might have turned a blind eye. But so far, there's no hard evidence linking them to anything criminal, just a lot of chatter and rumors. Now, if you're Jay-Z and Beyonce, the smart move is to play it safe, right? And that seems to be exactly what they're doing. Word on the street is they're keeping their distance from Diddy and sticking to a no-comment strategy. They're even rumored to have their lawyers managing the fallout, ready to squash anything that could drag their names into the mud. This isn't the first time Jay-Z's been linked to controversial figures, though. It's led some to question if he's had a habit of looking the other way when things got messy. As for Beyonce, some astrology astrologer even chimed in claiming she and Diddy might share similar principles, while Jay-Z supposedly keeps a psychological distance from Diddy. So what does this all mean for their image? If they're not involved, their silence could be seen as staying classy and above the drama. But if anything concrete surfaces, the fallout could be major. For now though, it's all speculation. They're staying quiet, playing it cool, and letting Diddy deal with the storm on his own. Whether that silence is a smart strategy or something more, only time will tell. Alright, so here's the lowdown on Diddy and Mary J. Blige's connection. These two go way back.
Everybody knew Danny Boy. Danny Boy, Suge, or Dr. Dre said in the Songbird was the case. That singing boy, Danny Boy, I think they even announced his age, was only 16 or 17 years old at that time, right? So if we believe anything that Danny Boy is saying, and we know that she knew that he was 16 or 17 years old at the time.
They've had a professional and personal bond for decades, all the way back to the early 90s. Diddy played a huge part in launching Mary J's career, producing her first two albums, What's the 411 and My Life. Those albums were the starting point for what's been a long, successful run for Mary. They've kept working together over the years, including a track on Diddy's 2023 album, Off the Grid. The support's been mutual too. Diddy was there for Mary when she got her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2018. Big moment, but lately, things seem a little shaky. With Diddy facing some serious legal issues, there's been some buzz about whether their relationship is under strain. Mary posted a cryptic message on Instagram that had people thinking she might be distancing herself from Diddy. There's also some history here. Mary talked about how her struggles with substance affected their working relationship, leading to a brief fallout. And then there are the rumors, some serious ones, about Diddy being involved in her personal life back in the 90s, including claims about a forced pregnancy termination. But that's not all. You see, Mary might have pulled a Diddy move herself. Here's how. In case you didn't know, Danny Boy has come forward with some pretty serious allegations, claiming that he and Mary had something intimate and inappropriate going on when he was 15. According to Danny, the whole thing was supported by Suge Knight. Danny claims Suge called him up to join a celebration at a hotel room where Mary J. Blige was hanging out. This supposed incident happened after the Source Awards during one of Suge's infamous hotel parties. Danny Boy says he's got convincing receipts and multiple stories to back up his allegations. Some people have even speculated that, if true, this might help explain Mary's close relationship with Diddy, suggesting she might have picked up some questionable behavior from him. Just like Jay and Bay, Mary stayed quiet on these recent developments too. We can't really say for sure what's going on between them now. Their bond has always been there, but whether it's still strong today, that's still up in the air. But there's another suspicious person who might be on those freak-off tapes too, and his name is Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher. He's out there seemingly trying to I'm not involved, whatever. Now they're saying...
Dumb.
So what is your opinion?
Justice for Brittany Murphy. That's my opinion.
Ooh, there's a lot of theories about Brittany Murphy.
And justice for Bruce Willis's daughter. All of them.
Ashton and Diddy were pretty tight back in the early 2000s. Partying, clubbing, and just having a good time together. They met when Kutcher wanted to feature Diddy on MTV's Punk'd. At first, things didn't go smoothly, but they eventually clicked and became good friends. Their wild clubbing days wrapped up around 2003 when Ashton started getting serious with Demi Moore. But that didn't mean their friendship ended. Diddy has said they kept their bond strong, just without all the partying, and they still respected each other's life views. Fast forward to 2019 though, and in an interview with Hot Ones, Ashton made some cryptic comments about Diddy's parties, calling them weird. This resurfaced recently with everything going on in Diddy's legal drama. Since Diddy's arrest in September 2024, Ashton hasn't really said anything publicly about it. In fact, reports are saying that he's not involved in any of the investigations into Diddy, with sources claiming he has zero involvement or zero knowledge about Diddy's alleged activities. Sure, Ashton attended some of Diddy's parties about 20 years ago, but that doesn't mean he was involved in anything illegal. Now though, there are whispers that Kutcher might be regretting his past association with Diddy, especially with all the heat Diddy's been getting. Another actor caught up in the mix is none other than the Wolf of Wall Street himself, Mr. Leo DiCaprio. Everyone knows Leo has a thing for parties, and if you're a party goer, then you're gonna be close friends with Diddy. That was the case with Leo and Diddy. Back in the early 2000s, Leo was out here hitting up some of Diddy's legendary parties, including those iconic white parties in the Hamptons. Leo was in the mix. There's even a throwback pic from '99 showing a young Leo, drink in hand, cheesing it up with Diddy. And fun fact, Diddy called Leo his favorite party guest in a 2018 Vogue interview. Guess Leo knew how to liven up the vibe.
Public information yet, but who's the person that's number one on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Fast forward to today, and things are looking real different. With all the allegations flying around about Diddy, Leo seems to be doing a Houdini act and distancing himself from the drama. Sources close to him are saying he's got nothing to do with any of the Diddy accusations and that he only ever showed up to big public events, not the wild freak-offs people are talking about. But hold up, didn't Leo pull up to Diddy's 50th birthday bash in 2019? Yep, so much for no recent contact, huh? Still, Leo's team is working overtime trying to keep his image squeaky clean, especially since old photos and connections are starting to resurface. People are speculating, wondering if Leo knew more than he's letting on. It wouldn't be the biggest surprise ever to see Leo on one of those tapes that Diddy made secretly, but there were other actors on the list that were right there next to Leo and Diddy, like Will Smith, for example. The Will Smith and Diddy connection goes way back, like late 90s, early 2000s kind of back. Both were hitting their stride in the entertainment game around the same time. Will dropped Gettin' Jiggy, With It in 97, and Diddy was already making waves with No Way Out in 96. Talk about parallel careers. Over the years, they've been spotted vibin' at events and parties, from a 2003 hangout with Muhammad Ali to Diddy's Wild Miami Bash in 2004. Oh, and let's not forget Diddy's 50th birthday party in 2019, where Will was in the mix. The two even have family ties. There are pics floating around of them kicking it with their kids, showing the fams are tight too. Diddy's always been quick to back his boy. Remember the whole 2022 Oscars drama with Will and Chris Rock? Diddy stepped in, trying to calm things down and show support for Will. But it hasn't all been smooth sailing. There's a spicy, unverified rumor that things got tense between them in the early 2000s over J-Lo. Yep, drama follows everywhere. Now, with Diddy caught up in some heavy legal trouble, people are looking back at this friendship with a side eye. Will hasn't said a word about the situation, though, which keeps things pretty murky. And last, but not least, there's Kevin Hart.
I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed, at all. I should look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. I should.
Fresh off the guard stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like just how. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying?
These two have been cool for years, since at least the early 2000s. You'd always catch Kevin at Diddy's legendary parties, including the ones that are now raising eyebrows, the so-called freak-off events. The receipts? Oh, there are plenty. Videos are out there showing Kevin at Diddy's parties, like that infamous clip where Diddy tells him not to sit on the bed in a way that came off low-key homophobic. And then there's that wild moment where Kevin's laughing it up as a woman's hair literally catches fire in a hot tub.
Once everybody moves out, just me and the lady, this is my scene. I'm used to this type of thing. Doing what I do best. Oh! Did the camera catch that? Got the camera! Got the camera off!
Professionally, Kevin's been part of Diddy's hustle too. Back in 2010, he even hosted the release party for Diddy's Last Train to Paris. Over the years, they've been seen together at all kinds of bougie events, giving off that industry buddies vibe. Now, fast forward to Diddy's recent legal mess, and people are side-eyeing Kevin's connection to him. Social media is doing its thing. Some folks are mad, others are cracking jokes about those wild party stories. So far, Kevin stayed quiet about it all, not addressing his ties to Diddy publicly. What do y'all think about the party guest list, and who else could be on those hidden tapes? Let us know in the comments, and don't miss the next video where we dive even deeper into the secret celebs don't want you to know.